Hooty hoo, all my stock market gamblers. Welcome today. Welcome. It's Wednesday, February 24th. I'm Tall Mike. What I want to talk a little bit today about is what's going on with the stock market. It just will not come down. It just keeps going higher, higher. We're up another 100 points on the Dow. Now, yesterday we had a pullback. This pullback. The Dow was down about 300 points, and by the end of the day, it was up 100. I mean, it just will not go down. What it is basically we have a crack-up boom. To be exact, we have the mother of all crack-up booms. Now, what the heck is a crack-up boom? A crack-up boom is when the economy is in a recession, and to get us out of the recession, they keep creating so much debt that they destroy the monetary system, and you have a collapse of the financial currency. Now, how does this usually end? This usually ends with hyperinflation and a replacement of the current currency. Right now, we have what's known as the dollar, and we're going to get it replaced with the digital dollar. Mark my words, this is the mother of all crack-up booms. Now, crack-up boom is nothing new. This was talked about, well, actually it was named the crack-up boom by Ludwig von Mises. He was an Austrian economist back in, around 1950. He was teaching at New York University when he wrote his paper on the crack-up boom. Okay, he studied the 20s and 30s, and basically it's when we're in this recession, the whole economy's going to hell in a handbasket, but yet the stock market keeps going higher because of the creation of debt, and eventually that bubble breaks and it brings down the monetary system. That is what the crack-up boom is all about. So let's take a look at a few charts here. Here's a chart of the SPY. Now this is a daily chart, and I keep saying we're going to have a pullback, and maybe we will, maybe we won't. I don't think the crack-up boom's done. I think we're going to continue higher and higher and higher right now. But eventually all crack-up booms break. The bubble breaks. The debt bubble breaks. Now, we had a pullback back here at the end of January, and I think we're going to get a pullback here at the end of February. Now, this is just a daily chart of the SPY. I want you to take a look at a weekly chart, because a weekly chart, to get down to the 50-week moving average, we're at 387 right now on the SPY. We'd have to drop down here to 330, but this is where look at this crack-up boom right here. Okay, we had the pandemic, we came down, and then we've just been going straight up, 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 up. And why? Why? Because of trillions of dollars in debt expansion. 3 trillion, 2 trillion. That's 5 trillion just in stimulus and just stimulus packages. That doesn't include the debt of the government, the debt of corporations, and the debt of individuals. We're in the mother of all crack-up booms, and this will come to an end eventually. Now, I'm not saying to go out and short the market. I don't think the crack-up boom's done yet. Yes, I'm expecting a pullback, and those should be bought because we have this strong upward trend going higher, going higher. Going higher, we're going higher, cracking up, boom, and this is a chart of the VIX. Now you see the VIX spikes up there, spikes up there, spikes up there. It's going to have a spike up pretty soon again. I thought it was going to spike yesterday. It did spike up to the 200-day moving average, but then it just gave it all back as soon as Fed Powell chairman came out and said, we're going to have more debt. Don't worry about that. We're going to get more debt, more debt, more debt. Now, how do I know we're in a crack-up boom? Well, money is free. Money is flowing everywhere. Now, what I want to talk about is the free checking companies. All right, they're called free check companies. Actually, technically, they're called a SPAC, a special purpose acquisition company. Now, here's one started by Chamath. Now, I can't ever say Chamath's last name, but it's like Palahapitiya. Okay, Chamath. Chamath started this fund, right? And that's all they do is they raise money. They raise money. It's not their money. They raise money almost like an IPO. So let's say there's $1 billion just sitting there. And the sole purpose of this fund is to go out and buy companies. But so far, this fund has not bought any companies. ACTC, ArcLight Clean Transition Corporation. Okay, So it was trading down here about $10. And Chamath sends out a text because he's got a lot of followers. He owns the Golden State Warriors. And I love him for that. Thank you, Chamath. I love the Golden State Warriors. Basketball team, if you don't know. World champions a few years back. And hopefully we get back to that level again. But Chamath is part owner of that. Probably not his money either. Most of the time he takes other people's money, invests it, and keeps a percentage of it. That's the game. And nothing wrong with that game, right? Okay. So, but what you do is you just send out a tweet to your millions of followers, and all of a sudden the money you got sitting in your company, well, it goes from $10 to $30. Isn't that impressive? But you haven't done anything. It's just money. It's just like having, well, money in the bank. Now, if you had $10 million in the bank, could it go to $30 million by you sending out one single text saying, hey, I'm going to look for a company to buy? Now, they haven't bought a company yet, but they're planning on buying a company. Now, that's just one of these companies. Here's what's interesting. All right, here's Bill Ackerman. Same thing. He put the money, not his money. He got investors, put the money into the company, and then he tells people, I'm starting to look for a company. Maybe I'll find a good deal on a company. But they haven't bought one yet. But the stock of these, they're called free check companies is what I call them. They're actually special purpose acquisition companies. But it goes from $22 to $32, but they haven't done anything. So you got all this money just sitting there waiting to buy companies. But here's the problem. Nobody's making new companies. Everybody's playing Bitcoin. They're playing, it's just a financial game. People aren't out there working hard. Now, who else is starting these companies? Okay. Snoop Dogg, he's starting a SPAC. He's raising $100 million. Snoop Dogg's going to be in charge of the SPAC. Shaquille O'Neal raising $300 million. He's going to be in charge of a SPAC. Colin Kaepernick wants to start a SPAC. $500 million. He's raising money. Money's free. You can get money everywhere. Now, anyways, we got a new SPAC that just started trading yesterday. Okay, this is by A-Rod. A-Rod started a SPAC. It's called SLAMU. Now, I don't know if that's a play on words. I don't know. Maybe if you invest in this, he's going to slam you. I don't know. But already one day, it's already up 10%. And all it is he raised $500 million. He has it sitting in the bank. And he's going to go out and buy a company. Isn't that great? A-Rod's going to buy a company with your money. You can invest in it. SLAMU. Is that good? I don't know. Maybe he's a financial genius. But what you got is you got Ackerman chasing companies. You got Chamath chasing companies. You got A-Rod chasing Shaquille O'Neal, Snoop Dogg, Colin Kaepernick. They're all looking for companies to buy. There aren't that many good companies to buy. Good companies are not for sale. So what do they end up buying? Well, I know there's one. I think it's a dog walking app. It's for sale for $1 billion. Maybe one of these free check companies, they go out and they buy a dog walking app. There's just not enough companies to buy, so the money's just sitting in their bank account. But the stock, it keeps going up. That's how I know we're in the mother of all crack-up booms. Is it going to continue? Yes, for a while. I believe it will. Will we get a pullback in the market? I think we will. I think we're going to get a pullback, but that should be bought. Look at the pullback that happened in Bitcoin. 58,000 down to 46,000. Should it be bought? I'm waiting for 36,000. Maybe it gets there, maybe it doesn't. But we're going to get these pullbacks. But you know what? They're going to inflate higher. Do you know why? We got these people in office that all they can do is print money. All they can do is create debt. And they're going to destroy the dollar. The dollars in your pocket are going to be destroyed. They're even going to replace them. They're going to replace them with digital. We're not going to have those dollars anymore in physical form. It's going to be all digital. That's what's going to happen with the reset. It's a little bit scary because they're destroying your purchasing power. But this is what a crack-up boom is, and it doesn't end well. Usually ends with hyperinflation, usually ends with the replacement of the currency that we have now. It's going to get ugly, but in the meantime, we got a crack-up boom going, and we're going higher. If you like this stuff, give me a thumbs up. Why not? Why not? If you really want to talk about it more, hit that subscribe button. I'll be back to talk with you again soon. I'm Tall Mike. Have a great day. Bye-bye now.